He had bleeding on the brain where his mum threw him on the floor so hard, all because he was crying. Hello true crime fans and welcome to Behind the Yellow Tape. Today we focus on a tragic case of fatal child abuse that shocked the state of Vermont, the murder of 15-month-old Peighton Geraw. This is a story centred on the horrifying trauma inflicted upon a baby and the circumstances immediately surrounding his death on the 4th of April 2014. Peighton Geraw was just 15 months old when he died. The medical findings paint a devastating picture of prior and fatal trauma. The Office of the Chief Medical Examiner determined that Peighton died from blunt force trauma to his head and neck. Beyond the fatal injuries, the examination revealed a history of abuse, including injuries to the top of his head, his forehead, both retinal nerves, bleeding in the brain, and a healing fracture in his lower leg, indicating he had been suffering before his final day. Peighton's mother, Natasha LaForce, and her boyfriend were present in the apartment on the day of his death. The final hours of Peighton's life are marked by a chilling failure of protection. The state's Department for Children and Families, or DCF, had already been alerted to signs of abuse. Crucially, a DCF supervisor visited the Mallets Bay apartment in Winooski just an hour before Peighton was found dead. The supervisor, responding to a prior report of abuse from doctors, observed bruises on the baby's neck. Court documents describe the supervisor leaving the premises without calling 911 or ensuring the child's immediate safety, though they later stated they didn't know if the baby, who appeared to be sleeping, was alive or dead when they left. The key testimony regarding the fatal event come from LaForce's boyfriend. He told authorities that shortly before the DCF workers' visit, he saw LaForce shaking Peighton and slamming him to the floor out of frustration that the baby was crying. After the DCF supervisor left, LaForce reported finding Peighton blue and not breathing. Emergency services were called, but it was too late. Natasha LaForce was charged with second-degree murder. The overwhelming evidence of sustained trauma culminated in the fatal injuries led to a conviction. She was ultimately accepted to a plea deal, pleading no contest to manslaughter and cruelty to a child, and was sentenced to just 6 to 15 years in prison. Peighton Geraw's murder highlighted profound failures in the child protective system and became a catalyst for statewide reviews and attempted reforms of the DCF. This heartbreaking case serves as a grave reminder of the vulnerability of children and the tragic consequences when the trust placed in a caregiver is violently betrayed. Thank you for listening today, and remember, stay behind the yellow tape.